Henry here with another puzzle for you, and today we are looking at a mate in 25 for white. We're not going through all the moves, but let's look at the first ones because they are just brilliant. First of all, we see that it is a piece advantage for white, being one pawn ahead, and the situation looks quite dangerous for black, which it is. But the first move can be a bit tricky to find. So if you want to pause the video, do that now and see if you can find the move. So the correct solution is rook to c8 check. And since it's covered by the pawn and the pawn is covered by the queen, there is only one legal move for black, and that is to take. Here it might look like taking with the pawn, promoting to a queen could be the solution, but this is actually a draw. Because in this case, white loses the piece advantage. So instead of promoting the pawn, we move queen to a7, sacrificing the queen. And if black chooses to take, which is the best move, we have pawn to c8, and then we do not promote to a queen, but a knight, which is a brilliant move, because we now have a fork on the king and the queen. And black has to move the king, then we take the queen on e7, and this is a winning position for white. This is the second puzzle of the day, and we have a mate in 2 that can be solved in 2 different ways. The first variation is to move bishop to d5. We now have a skewer on the pawn. We also have a skewer on the bishop, and therefore there is only one legal move for black, and that is pawn to a6. We can now move rook to a6 and we have a checkmate. The second version, which is a bit more exciting, we can move the rook to a6. Since the bishop is unable to move and this pawn is also stuck, it can't move past the rook, the only legal move for black is to take the rook, and then we'll have a checkmate with bishop to d5.